everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Question for you before I get into the 5-Minute Friday, where we answer 5 questions in 5 minutes. But question for you, and so I want your answers in the comments below. Have you been to hell? H-E-double-L, or as we say in Canada, H-E-double hockey stick. I have been to hell twice, and this will give you a hint about my experience in hell. What is that, you say? Hell, to me, is Disneyland and worse, Disney World. Have you ever been there? Yeah, I think of hell as a American long weekend in Disneyland or Disney World. Who the hell wants to do that? Anyway, I digress. And I'm not slamming Disney just because they've had a bad year. We've all had a bad year. So anyway, I lie. I haven't had a bad year. It's actually been a good year. I hope you've had a better year. 5 questions, 5 minutes. Here we go. Number 1. Do you really wear fanny packs? Yes, I do. And not only do I wear them, but I wear them proudly. Now, why do fanny packs get a bad rap? It's kind of like cargo shorts or people that wear socks with sandals. I'm talking to you, Darren. You know who you are, Mr. Uggs. A fanny pack is kind of the best version of male kit, right? Normally men's pants, you got a wallet and you might have a lighter and you might have a knife, pocket knife. You got car keys. Like there's just lots going on, and it can be uncomfortable to sit with all that gear in your pockets. A fanny pack is like a purse for guys. We get to stick all our stuff there. You can do the cross body. You can do it around the waist. I mean, you can do all of it. I wore a fanny pack most of high school. I took a little break from it in university as I was finding myself, and then I picked it back up a few years ago. I have about 11 fanny packs, sport fanny packs, dress fanny packs. Don't laugh, there is a dress fanny pack. Here it is. And they're actually really helpful. Last summer when I guess summer before last, when I hiked through France, when I did a walk from Paris to Bordeaux, I had a fanny pack on every day, and that's where I kept my passport, my cash, a knife, basically stuff that you kind of want to have on you. So even if you put your backpack down, it's the most important stuff you wouldn't want to get away from you. So anyway, don't diss the fanny pack. Get yourself one. You will thank me for it. And if you come across a beautiful fanny pack that you want to send to me, please do. I will give you a shout out on the video. And of course, I will wear it on the video, which would be very exciting for both of us. Number 2, how much can a professional speaker make? Great question. Most people don't talk about it, although you can go to speakers bureaus like the American Speaking Association, Canadian Speaking Association, and you'll get an idea. But my first speaking engagement was at Aberdeen Mall at 6:30 a.m. for the Kamloops Chamber of Commerce, circa 1999-ish. I gave a talk on marketing. I remember my payment was a $50 gift card. I think it was an A&W gift card. I don't think Subway had found its way to Kamloops yet. And that was my first official paid gig. Moving on from that, once I started to kind of speak on a regular basis, I would charge between $750 and $1,500 for a keynote. A keynote is a 45-minute presentation, sometimes followed by a 15-minute Q&A. Then once I became an accomplished speaker, which means that you can hold the audience and they get a lot of value from it, I went from about $3,500 to $5,000. That was around 2003, 2005. When the book comes out, so when you have a book, your speaking fees go way up. I started at a minimum of $7,500 to $10,000, and now the average speaking engagement is between $10,000 and $20,000, depending on how long I'm talking, how big the audience is, and how far I have to travel. So that's the ballpark is A&W gift card to $20,000. People like President Obama would make $500,000 for a keynote, but that's a whole different level. Guys like Michael Gerber would make $50,000 to $75,000. Some Olympic athletes make that as well. But you can expect, a good average would be between $1,500 and $5,000 if you're not a published author or a big celebrity, I guess. Number 3, do you spend much time with friends? No, I don't, because we're in a fucking pandemic and we're not supposed to. I have a group of buddies that I hang out with a couple times a year. I have a group of friends from back home that I see regularly being once a year, kind of for a reunion or a catch up. But normally I would say I spend probably 20 hours a month with friends, having a cigar, going for a walk, going to lodge. I'm a Mason. probably 3 to 4 hours a month now. Like my buddy Harp is coming over for Halloween, which he's done for the last 4 or 5 years with his kids. Our kids will trick or treat together, but we're kind of within a bubble. We've, with our other friend Damon, we got together a couple times over the summer. Damon and I have done some motorcycle riding together, but really, we're intentionally trying to keep the group small right now. Miss our friends, you miss your friends. Now is not the time to be hanging out with big groups. Soapbox over. Number 4, best city to do business in. This is not even close. The best city in the world to do business in is New York City. I've spent a chunk of my professional career there. It's the only place where I've talked business at 3 and 4 in the morning. It is a place where you can literally do business deals 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. I love New York. I love New Yorkers. I love the mindset. I wouldn't want to live there again. I like living in Victoria. And so once I'm in New York for a while, I'm ready to kind of get out, because for me, I'm like a drug addict. Like I cannot get enough. And every minute I'm sleeping, I'm regretting my life decisions. I want to be out hunting. Number 5, best business shows. Okay, so this question's come up. I've answered it in videos before. The best business show is one that you can learn business from. So Dragon's Den and Shark Tank are obvious ones. Dragon's Den has a British version as well as a Canadian version. I think it's actually better than Shark Tank. I think the quality of entrepreneurs sitting on the panel is better, although Kevin O'Leary and Robert from the Canadian one are also on the US one. I don't know if Robert still is. I like shows like Garage Squad. I like shows like Gas Monkey Garage, Garage Makeover. I like car shows, even Wheeler Dealers, if you haven't seen that one, where they buy something, invest capital in it to make it better, and then sell it through. Those shows tend to get my attention the most because I like cars and I like business, and that's a nice match of the two. But there's also the Profit, Bar Makeover. Shows like that, Gordon Ramsay had one, I think it was called Restaurant Nightmares, where he would go in and tweak them up. Those all offer you value if you look to dissect the business storyline as well as the personalities. We're a little bit over. I apologize. No, I don't. As always, you can email questions to chris@goco.com. In the next video, I'm going to talk about financing a little bit more. The video, which I'll link up here, I did one on avoiding bankruptcy and the second one on how to find money fast in 5 different places. I'm going to talk a little more about that because a lot of people, of course, are struggling financially right now. And there's some kind of quick tips on just how to get your cash flow in place. So those ones are to come. But going back to that question, talk to me about fanny packs. Do you wear a fanny pack? Put it down in the comments below. What do you think of fanny packs? The Rock wears a fanny pack. Joe Rogan wears a fanny pack. If it's good enough for The Rock, it's good enough for me. Is it good enough for you? That's what I want to know. And what do The Rock, myself, and you have in common? We're gladiators. And what do gladiators do? They eat first. I got to go for supper. I will see you in next week's video.